So here we are using three different lines, if, elif, and else. But here in one sentence we're printing A or B based on the condition, if condition. So here A is 25 and B is 35. We know A is less than B. So it will print the else, it will go to else condition and print B. Okay, just let me run. So it will print B. So here we are checking the condition called A is greater than B or not. So we are writing condition if condition. If it is greater than B, we are printing A. Else we are printing B. For any other conditions, we are printing B. Okay, that is known as shorthand if else condition. And okay. And we have one more logical operator called and, right? We have one more. Okay, we also have or operator. So what is meant by and operator? So basically, if both the conditions are true, if both the conditions are true, we will say it is true. And for other conditions, it is false, right? Any questions? Is it recording? Okay, it's recording. Okay, yeah, that's about and condition. Okay, let me write a piece of code here. Suppose I want to print. Okay, suppose I want to print greatest of three numbers, right? Okay, I'll just okay. I have A is equal to 200, B is equal to 33, C is equal to 500. How can I say 500 is the greatest number of all these three? Among these three, how can I say variable C is greatest of A comma B? So we need to compare, right? First I want to compare. Okay. First I want to compare A greater than B. First I want to compare A greater than B. Suppose A is greater than B. It is the greatest of A comma B. I have A here. And I want to compare B greater than C. And I will get the greatest. Suppose B is greatest number of B comma C. So I got a greatest of A comma B and greatest of B comma C. Now I can compare A comma B. Based on this, I can say if A is greater than or B is greatest of A comma B comma C, right? Okay. Or let's say it's 200 greater than 33 and 500 greater than 200. Suppose I am doing A greater than B, C greater than A. So 200 is greater than 33. Yes or no? Yes. 200 is greater than 33. So we get true. If C is greater than A, C is greater than A, right? Okay. For we are talking about an condition here, right? Okay. So this is one condition here. I'm checking 200 is greater than 33 or not. It is greater than 33. So it is true. And I'm also checking 500 is greater than 200. It is true. Obviously it is true. 500 is greater than 200. So C is greater than A. It is true. If I'm writing AND condition here, what will be my output? It is true, right? I can say A greater than B, 200 is greater than 33, and also 500 is greater than 200. Both the conditions are true. So A is greater than B, true, and C is greater than A, true. If true and true, it is true, right? If it is true and true, using AND operator, it is true. For all the other conditions, it is false. Okay. So we used AND logical operator to combine two conditional statements. Okay. Okay. Coming to previous example, to find the greatest number, we are getting the greatest of A comma B and B comma C, and then again comparing B comma C. Suppose if I am giving uncondition here, if A is greater than B, false, suppose, and B is greater than C, true. So from here we can say A is greater than B as false, right? That means B is greater than A. A is greater than B false mean B is greater than A. And B is greater than C. It is true. So from these two, what we can say is B is greater than, so B will be the greatest of A comma C. Okay, just let me write the program here. Okay, I'm moving. Okay, we will just see AND operator. Suppose I'm initializing A is equal to 200 and B is equal to 33 and C is equal to 500. So definition is the AND keyword is a logical operator and is used to combine conditional statements. So I'm giving two conditions here. If A is greater than B, I'm checking if A is greater than B. It is one condition, first condition, and I'm combining using AND operator. And my second condition is C greater than A. Okay, so it will check two conditions: A greater than B and C greater than A. If both the statements are true, it will give me true, or else it will be false. Okay, so I want to print if both the statements are true. I want to print it is true. Okay, let's see this one. It is true because A is greater than B and also C is greater than A. So it is true. Any questions? Yeah, we can apply these logical conditions in any of the data structure or for any of the data type. Okay, let me for this let me say an example. Suppose okay we talked about in operator, right? Suppose I have 10, 20, 30 in my list. This is a list A is equal to. So if I want to say if 20 is present in A or not, what we say? 20 in A, right? And also want to check 30 in A. Hmm? So if both 20 is in A and also 30 is in A, if both the statements are true, I want to print something. Print both are present, or else it will false. Okay. Here we see 20 is present in A and also 30 is present in A. So both the conditions are true. Both the conditions are true. So using AND operator, both are true and it will print the video statements here. Okay. And next one will be a OR operator. OR operator. Okay, it is also same as AND operator, just it will combine two conditions. We have condition 1 OR operator and condition 2. We have two conditions and it is combining two conditions. So what is meant by OR operator? If both are false, it is false, right? AND operator, both are true, it is true. And what in our OR operators, both are false, it is false. The same for the above example, you can say if A greater than B or A greater than C. Print, it is true. So in the OR operator, at least one should be true. Either this condition 1 or condition 2. Let's say if true, false, false, true. This will be true. If both are true, that is also true. Okay. Okay, here I am checking A is greater than B. So here 200 is greater than 33 or operator. So it can be okay. And second one is C greater than A. 500 is greater than 200. So using or operator, at least one condition. This is our condition 1 and this is our condition 2. Using or operator, at least one condition should be true. So at least one condition should be true. Okay. So here we see 200 is greater than 33. Yes, it is true. And 500 is greater than 200. It is true. So both the operators are true. I mean, both the conditions are true. It is true. Or if I say 500 is equal to true, 200, it is false, right? 500 is not equal to 200. It is false. But 200 is greater than 33. So one of the condition is true. So output will be true. Okay. So in using AND operation, both the conditions should be true. So both the conditions should be true. And using OR operator, at least one on condition should be true. Okay, at least one condition should be true using the OR operator. Okay. Let's say, okay, using the same example, if I want to print here A is greater than B. Yes, it is true. And I'm saying B is greater than C here, which is false. 33 is not greater than 500, but 200 is greater than 33. Our first condition is true. Second condition is false. So even though it is false, one condition is true. It will print it is true. Okay, it is true because at least one condition is true. So that's the OR operator. So we discussed AND operator, OR operator, and different logical conditions, and if statement, and a if keyword, and else statement. Okay, and now we will see another logical operator called NOT operator. So it is nothing but reversing the result. Suppose if I get true, and if I'm applying not to true, it will reverse the result. So let's say this is my result. Result is true, and if I'm applying not operator to true, it will give me false. And if my result is false, and I am applying sorry, not not operator on this, it will give me true. Okay, so if I'm using not keyword, it will alter the solution. So it is reverse the result of a conditional statement. Okay, if the condition gives me true, and if I'm using not keyword, if it will just give me reverse of this false. Okay, suppose I say A greater than B, and okay, A is equal to 33 and B is equal to 200. Is A greater than B? Is 33 is greater than B? No. So 33 is not greater than 200. So it should give me false. If I apply not keyword on this, suppose I write if not a greater than b. So what is a greater than b here? False. If not false means it is true. Not false means true. Not true means false. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Okay, that's about not operator. So not operator, not keyword is a logical operator and is used to reverse the result of the conditional statement. So this is our conditional statement here. We know A is greater than B. It is false. But if we are giving not keyword here, it will just give us false here. Okay. And we have else if okay, nested if. And the next one will be nested if. Okay, just to okay. We talked about if statement, elif keyword, else, and different logical conditions. And we also talked about shorthand if else, and what else? We talked about and operator, or operator, and not operator. Okay, we discussed these, and now we'll talk about nested if conditions. Is it recording? Let's record it. Okay. Okay, what is mean by nested condition? Nested if condition. So normally what is mean by nest? Nest is nothing but okay. Nested if mean if there are multiple ifs in the if conditions. I have some if I have if statement and a condition here. And also I have one more if under if it is mean by nested if. I have one if here and also have one more if which is under this if condition. So we can say these are nested if. Nested if. Okay, if there are if statements inside if statements, this is called nested if statements. So we have if statement here and we also have if statement inside the if statement. So we say these two are nested if statements. Okay, let me give you an example. Suppose x is equal to 21. Okay, and I want to say if it is greater than 20 or not. Okay, if it is greater than 10, as obviously 21 is greater than 10. We say okay, I want to print it is about 10. Okay, and also I want to check if the number is greater than 20 or not. So what I can do is here itself I can say if x greater than 20, print about 20. Okay, okay, suppose okay, I will see here. Okay, 21 is greater than 10. Okay, this is true, so it will come and print about 10. And also in this condition I'm also checking if it is greater than 20 or not. So 21 is greater than 10 and also greater than 20. So it will just print me about 10 and about 20. Suppose I am giving 19 here. X is equal to 19. I am checking x is greater than 10. Yes, 19 is greater than 10. So it will print about 10. And I'm also checking 19 is greater than 20 or not? It is false. So I won't print this one. I won't print this print condition because x is not 19 is not greater than 20. So this is the nested if loops. Sorry, nested if conditions. Do you want me to show an example here or that's good? Okay. And okay, this is how we write the code. Suppose if x we are initiating x is equal to 21 here. This is our variable, and we are checking this is our condition here. Our condition is checking if the variable x is greater than 10 or not. And if it is greater than 10, we are printing about 10, or else we give else condition here. Else means it is not greater than 10 or something. And it is greater than 10. After getting greater than 10, we are checking one more condition inside the if statement. Checking if it is greater than 20 or not. If it is greater than 20, we are just printing about 20. Okay. Okay, that's about nested if conditions. And next one will be what else? Okay, past statement. Past statement. Okay, normally if statement should not be empty. Okay, suppose I'm giving a is equal to 100, b is equal to 200. I'm checking if a is greater than b. Suppose if it is empty here, normally in the if we write if statements or something, there should be some instructions here. If a is greater than b, I need to tell the program to perform some instructions or print something. If I don't want, but if in any case there is no conditions here, we can just give pass. Okay. Any questions? So normally when we write if statements, we normally give some instructions, letting the program know like to follow some instructions or to do some operations on these variables. Suppose if in any case we don't have any conditions here, we can just give pass statement. So just give pass statement so that we can avoid an error. Okay, just let me show you here. I'm commenting these things. Okay, A is 200. Sorry, A is 100 and B is equal to 200. I'm checking if A is greater than B. And I'm not giving any conditions. Sorry, I'm not giving any statements here or any instructions. It will just give me an error. It give me an error. And if I want to if I want to get rid of this error, I can just simply call pass. At least we don't get any error here. So at least okay. At least we don't get any error here. So that's how we use the pass statement. Okay. So it is just to avoid some errors if there is no any statements after if statements, after if condition. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Let's move forward. And the next, okay. And the next one will be so if is done, and the next one will be while loops. While loops. Okay, in Python we have two different loops called while and for loops. We will discuss for loops after once we are done with the while loops concepts. Okay. Okay. So we use while loops. While loop. we'll do some conditions. Okay, so this is how we initiate the while loop. So suppose I say a greater than b. So we use while loop here only when to execute set of instructions, execute set of statements. As long as this condition is true. As long as this condition is true. Okay. Suppose, let's say I have I is equal to 1 here. And I want to print, okay, while I want to print I is equal to 1, I want to print I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I want to print these many times. So this is the same statement. We're executing multiple times. So we can write while I is less than 7, print I. Okay. And also I want to increment the I plus is equal to R. So we also discussed about this operator in the previous sessions. Okay, here I am checking. Here okay, here I have I is equal to 1. Is 1 is less than 7? Yes, it is true. So it is printing I. I mean 1. So it is printing 1. And then we are incrementing I is by 1. I is equal to, so here I is equal to 1. And okay, this is my output. So here I am printing 1 here. So now I'm incrementing I by 1. I plus is equal to 1, right? So I will be 1 plus 1. So I will be 2 here. Okay, 2 is less than 7. It is true. And so it will print 2. And then we are incrementing 2. I plus 1. 2 plus 1 means 3. So 3 is less than 7. It is true. So we're printing I 3. And we're incrementing I. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 is less than 7. It is true. So we're printing 4. Same like 4, 5, and 6. So 4, 5, and 6, it is less than 7, and we're printing 5 and 6. Once I is equal to 7, the statement will be false, right? 7 is not less than 7. So I will be 7. So 7 is not less than 7. So these statements will not run. Okay, so we use while loop to run set of statements. We have different statements here. Only when this condition is true. Here I'm giving condition as I less than 7. Here I less than 7. And in the statements, I am printing I value. And also I'm incrementing I value by 1. So I need to be incremented or else it will go to infinite loop. Okay, for every I value we're checking condition. If I is less than 7, 1 less than 7, 2 less than 7, till 6 less than 7. Once I is 7, this condition is false. So it will go out of while loop. Okay. Any questions? Okay, that's about while condition. Okay, just let me write the code here. Suppose I have I is equal to 1. So I want to print the statements only when I is less than 6. So I can simply say I is less than 6. I want to print I. And I'm incrementing I by 1. Okay. So starting I will be 1, I less than 6. Yes, it will print 1. And then it is incrementing by 1. So I will be 2 now. So same like for till it is I is equal to 6, it will check. 6 is less than 6, it is false, so it will come out of this while loop. Okay, here okay, printing till I is equal to 5. Since I is 5 is less than 6, so this will be our last condition. And the next one. So next one will be break statement. So it will stop the loop. It will stop the loop even if the condition is true. Even if the condition is true, it will stop the loop. Okay, here we are checking the condition. Okay, here we are checking the condition in every iteration. Even in I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, I is equal to 3, we are checking condition till 7 is less 6 is less than 6. So we're printing till 5. Suppose I want to break the loop when I is equal to 3. When I is equal to 3, even it is less than 7, 3 is less than 7, I want to break the loop. I can simply give break statement there. Okay, so I'm initiating I is equal to 1 and I'm writing while and my condition is I less than 7. So I'm printing I. So if I is equal to 3, I want to break. Else I'm incrementing I by 1. Okay, let's see this one. So we initiated variable I is equal to 1. Right? Okay, it will go to this while loop. Is 1 less than 7? It is true. So we're printing 1. If I is equal to 3, no, it is not equal to 3. So it is incrementing I is equal to I by 1. So I will be 2 again. I will be 2. 2 is less than 7. Yes, it is true. So it is printing 2. And then it is checking if I is equal to 3 or it is not equal to 3. So it doesn't go to it doesn't go inside the if condition. So it will increment I value by 1. So I is 2 plus 1. I will be 3. Okay, here it is checking. I'll okay, here now I is equal to 3. 3 is less than 7. Yes, it is true. And also it is checking if I is equal to 3. So here I will be 3, right, for us. So we are checking 3 is equal to 3. Yes, it is true. 3 is equal to true. So it will break. So it will come out of the while condition, while loop. It doesn't increment the value. Okay. So here we only print I is equal to 1, 2, 3. It will break the loop. Once I will be 3. Once I is 3, it will break the loop. Even though the next one, I next thing up, I mean, if I is equal to 4 also, this statement should be true. 4, 5, 6. But here we have given a break statement. So it will break the loop. Let me write down. Any questions till now?
No, sir.
Okay. Is it understandable or do you want me to give some more example?
No, sir. It's easy to understand.
Okay. Okay. So we have given I is equal to 1, and for every iteration, like here I 1 is less than 6, it is true, and here it is printing 1. And yeah, in the next condition it is checking if I is equal to 3 or not. So 1 is not equal to 3, so it doesn't go to break condition, and it will increment I by 1. It is so the process same for number 2, and when the I is equal to 3, this condition is true. I is equal to 3 is true, so it will just break the loop. So it doesn't go to I plus 1 is equal to 1, so it will just break the loop. So it just only print I is equal to 1, 2, and 3. So you can see the output here. I is equal to 1, 2, 3. Even though if you increment the value like 3 plus 1, next I will be 4. Even though I will be 4 and this statement is true, the program won't run because the program is already they are given break statement here. It is out of this value. Okay, so that's about the break statement. And the next one will be the continue statement. Continue. Okay, so this will okay. So break. So what is meant by break? It will break the statements and also out of while loop. It will goes out of while loop. It will break the loop. It will break the statements in the while loop. And coming to continue statement, if we use continue statement, it will only stop current iteration. It will only stop current iteration. So if you give break statement, it will break the whole loop. Even in the previous example, even it is I is equal to 4, I is equal to 5, I is equal to 6. These are true. It will break. So these statements won't be executed. So if we use the continue statement, it should only stop current iteration. Only current iteration will be stopped. Okay, suppose in the same example, if we see, suppose if I am giving I is equal to 3 and continue, instead of break, I am giving continue. So it will only stop this iteration. Okay, so it will print 1, 2, if I is equal to 3. Okay, we are printing I here. If I'm printing I here after the statement, so it will be 1, 2, and if it is 3, we are giving continue. So the conditions won't be, the statements won't be running. So it will be 3 won't be printed, and the next one will be 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 5 will be our output. Okay, just let me write down here. Suppose I say I is equal to 0, and while I less than 6, this is my condition. If I'm checking if the I value is less than 6, I'm incrementing value by 1. If I is equal to 3, I don't want to print I is equal to 3. So I can simply say continue. And then I want to print I here. Okay, did you understand the code here, or do you want me to tell again? So it will just ignore the
Sir,
number
please
3.
repeat again.
Okay, repeat. Okay, we have, I'm initiating I is equal to 0. I'm checking while I is less than 6. Okay, so I is less than 6. We have different, different possibilities. I can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. So till 6 only we are checking the condition. Okay. If it is, okay, I'm incrementing operate I by 1. First we take 0. I will be 0. So I will be 0. 0 is less than 6. It is true. If it is true, it will, run the below statements. So I'm incrementing I plus is equal to 1. What is meant by this? I is equal to I plus 1. So I will be 0. 0 plus 1. So I will be 1 here. Okay. You got this one? If I is less than 6, we are incrementing I by 1. So beginning we took I is equal to 0. 0 is less than 6. It is true. And we have given the statement here. I is equal to I plus 1. So 0, I will be 0 plus 1. That implies I will be 1. Okay, in the next year, I have given I is equal to 3. If I is equal to 3, I want to continue. I mean, I want to ignore the if statement, or else I want to print I. Okay. Here, what is the here? I is equal to 1. Is 1 is equal to 3? No. So it won't go to if condition. So we are printing 1. Okay. Okay, we are printing 1. Okay, I is 1 now. And again, we check I is less than 6. I mean, 1 is less than 6. 1 is less than 6. True. It is true. Then we are incrementing I is equal to I plus 1. I is 1. 1 plus 1. So I will be 2. So here we are checking 2 is equal to 3. No, it won't go to continue. It will just print. So I will be 2. And then 2 is less than 6. True. So 2 is less than 6. True. And incrementing 2 by 1. 2 plus 1. 3. Okay, here I is equal to 3, right? So 3 is equal to 3. So 3 is equal to 3. So it will won't print this one. It will break this one. And it will again go to next iteration. What is next iteration? I is equal to 3. Okay. I is equal to 3 mean 3 is less than 6. Okay, here I is equal to 3, which is true. So it doesn't want to continue the process. It doesn't want to print the I is equal to 3 in the output. So it will again go to next iteration. Okay, next iteration I is equal to 4, and then it will print 4, and then it will print 5 till 6 or till 5. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 5 will be our output. Okay, is it understandable?
Yes, sir.
Or do you want me to repeat again with other example?
No, sir.
Okay, so just to simplify, continue statement. If we give continue statement, even though the there are other statements after continue statement, it will ignore. So as I told here, it will stop the current iteration. So in this iteration, we have I is equal to 3, which is true. So it will stop the current iteration. If we give break statement here, it won't go I is equal to 3, I is equal to 4. It will break the iteration there itself. So I is equal to, it will only print 1 comma 2. Okay. If we use continue, it will only break the current statement. It only break the third statement. Okay. And it will print 4 comma 5 for other conditions. Okay. That's about while loop. And sorry, that's about the continue statement. Okay, let's say, I'm removing it. Okay, be careful about indentation in Python. If I print I here, it will show me an error. So you have to follow the indentation here. Indentation. Suppose I is equal to 0, I less than 6. This is my while loop. And I am incrementing I by I plus is equal to 1. So I will be 0 and I'm incrementing 1. So I is equal to 1 and then it will check this condition. I 1 is less than 6. True. So it is true. And then I'm incrementing I is equal to 1. 2. 2 is less than 6. It is incrementing by 1. 3. Same 4, 5. And then once it is 6, 6 is less than 6. It is false. So these conditions are not valid. Okay. Suppose, okay, if this statement is true, we are printing these things. If I is 6 or greater than 6, these statements won't be true. So in that case, I can say else condition. If while statement is true, we follow, we run the statements here. If it is false, we go to else statement. Okay. So I am printing I is less than I is less than 6. Okay. Suppose I got 7. So which is not true here. It will doesn't go to while statement, while loop. It will go to else. Here I can print I is greater than 6. Okay. So that's about else condition. So let me show you example here. Okay. Till I is less than 6, we are printing. What if is I greater than 6? We can simply say else. Else print. I want to print I is greater than I is greater than 6. Then just let me print run this one. Okay. So here I will be 1. I will be 1. I will be 2, 3, 4. After I is equal to 6, we are printing 6. So 6 is less than 6, which is false. So this one won't be true. So it will go to else statement. Once I is 6, it goes to else condition. So it is greater than 6. So it will print I is greater than 6. Okay. That's about the while else statement in while condition. And the third one, what's the time now? Do you want me to continue or do you want me to do the for loops tomorrow? Tomorrow same time. Just type your message there. Based on that, I will continue or else I will stop here. So today we discussed about if condition, if else condition, and if statements, and different types of logical operators and while loops. Okay. If you say yes, we can continue for loops, or else we can discuss for loops tomorrow. And also we will discuss about functions, or let's try to discuss lambda expressions too. Okay, just let me know in the chat box. Okay, just let me stop it.